I know you've been talking about holy moments. I know you shared the book with your parishioners at Christmas. What are you seeing around holy moments? What are you hearing around holy moments? What are you trying to share with your people around holy moments?
Well, first I'll say, like personally, when I read it, um, the first thing that, again, I'm thinking, like speaking from a pastor perspective, is that immediately it gave me a vocabulary and some words to that I can now use in my pastoring or to help people, whether it be in the confessional or counseling or in my teaching in the classroom or adult education, to now have that phrase, holy moments, help me now put, two words to so many things that other things I've been trying to apply from, some of the teachings of dynamic Catholic and obviously the gospel. But they just capture it. So first of all, it just gave me two powerful words that I can now use in different ways within parish ministry. So that's the personal influence that it had on me. So I want to thank you for that. And then to bring that into parish, I've been talking with the staff, really excited about introducing and weaving it into our sacramental prep program. Getting ready to do some parent nights with second grade parents, eighth grade parent, confirmation parents, giving them a language too about choosing holy moments and unholy moments. So we're looking at, and because I do a lot of the sacramental prep for parents, because I want to be there with the parents and journey with them.
Yeah.
Because I get to hear their struggles, whether it be in the confessional or in counseling, or I think sometimes the kids in the classroom reveal to me the struggles that's happening at home. So I'm looking forward to weaving it into our sacramental program. Also, we're just so excited. Just last week, our men's spirituality group have chosen to use it now as their this month's study for the men's group, and the women's group are using it. So we have several other ministries within the parish now are going to use it as sort of their book study and implementing it as well. And then we're looking forward to different ways we can implement it in our school too.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You and I spent a lot of time traveling. I know you love traveling, and we've traveled together on pilgrimages with Dynamic Catholic. What have been some of your favorite moments on pilgrimages over the years?
Oh gosh, there's so many. What's awesome about pilgrimages, and like we try to implement through Dynamic Catholic, is it's giving people the space to step away from their busy, sometimes confusing, distracted lives. And that's that whole concept of being a pilgrim. We're all pilgrims, aren't we, through this life? But a pilgrimage is a specific time, like a retreat theme or similar concepts where you step back and reflect on things. So just to be a part of that, offering that for people, pilgrimages, is such a blessing and gift, and they appreciate that. But then specifically to see, what's interesting on our pilgrimages at Dynamic Catholic that I've been a part of is the wide variety of people that come on them.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised, in some of the early pilgrimages, whatever it be, 10 or 20% of the people were just coming back to the Catholic Church. They'd read Rediscovering Catholicism, and they're like, yeah, I was away from the church for 15 years. I've been back for 2 weeks and I'm on this pilgrimage. And I'm like, what? You've only been like a reborn Catholic for 2 weeks and you do something like this serious as a pilgrimage?
Yep.
They're like, yeah, it's time. And I want to just jump in to re-engage in my Catholic faith. And so that these pilgrimages, I just was surprised because I guess I went into them thinking that these are going to be super devoted, like, Catholics that are hardcore. And they're all over. And the young adults that go on them, who are some college students we've had on them, and other young adults who are either in some sort of discernment stage in their life, or it's just powerful, the wide variety of ages that are on them, and people are at different stages of their faith journey. And again, I just speak, this is the joy of being a priest and pastor, is being a part of people on that journey. It's incredible. It really is. It's for my parish, I take a week, 10 days off of the parish, so that can be a challenge, but it blesses so many lives, and so it's a privilege to be a part of those pilgrimages.
Mm-hmm. You've been on some of them, a number of times. Like, if you think about like the Holy Land pilgrimage, do you have a favorite moment in the Holy Land pilgrimage?
Ooh, it would, just the top one that comes to mind is when we have a mass in Cana, and we ask all those who are married to step out into the aisle. And we do a renewal of vows
Yeah.
with the married people, and we don't tell them, so it's a surprise. I think you know that. And so first it's kind of giggly, like, what? Yeah, we're going to renew your vows now. Uh, but before whoever's saying their vows first, the male, the female, the tears are already coming. Like they haven't said these words maybe since their wedding day, whether it be 10 years or 40 years or 60, some of them. How powerful their vows are, saying them again. And then you got the emotion of being at Cana, Jesus and his blessed mother at this first wedding in Cana. So having it there and to watch married couples who are already spending some quality time with. That's the other thing about pilgrimages, that when married couples go together
Yeah.
to enrich their marriages, they're having this quality time together that couples don't make time for each other. So pilgrimage allows them to do that, and then to see them verbalizing that, recommitting their life to each other. They're in Cana, so that's one really holy moment
Yes.
to watch that
And
happen.
people talk about it forever.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. What about the Italian trip? We go to Rome, Assisi, Florence. Favorite moment on that trip?
Well, of course, my parish is St. Clair of Assisi, so I'm
Yes.
going to be biased about the town of
course.
Assisi. It's like I just want to move there, right?
Yeah.
Retire to Assisi because it's an oasis, so it's a little piece of heaven, right?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely biased with Assisi. So I'll just kind of highlight that, particularly when we give people time to kind of stroll through some of the streets. I mean, there's these powerful prayer experiences at the Tomb of St. Francis, at San Damiano, the convent of Mother Clare. But when I get to see people like wandering the streets or going to sit on a park bench overlooking the beautiful rolling hills of Assisi, again, that quiet time,
Yeah.
inviting them, because Assisi, it exudes meditation and reflection. Just the air you breathe says, take deeper breaths,
Yeah.
And so in the pilgrimage is making that time, give people that time to reflect and immerse themselves in that spirituality of Assisi. I just have to say that. So it's a bigger picture Italian culture, but as you know, Assisi has its own spirituality that's just so powerful.
Yeah. I always find it interesting, because Rome is so busy, it's bustling, it's fantastic, but it is that. And then to see how the group is transformed as we go to Assisi and those days of just a very, very different pace. And it's powerful to see how that affects individuals, but also the group.
Yeah, it's an actual pilgrimage itself from Rome to Assisi, because you're going from the chaos and touristy, whatever sort of things of Rome, which has its own beauty and spirituality, of course. And then you take this, bus trip over to Assisi, and you're literally kind of going uphill towards Assisi. And that in itself is like this, I think it's very symbolic, because we're sort of leaving this world, like letting the noise and the busyness go. We're going to enter into the quiet of Assisi. So I just love that layout of that structure.